The 1-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's a fake. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it, they convert. What a call by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. Can anyone catch him? They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Quick toss. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. And he crosses the goal line. He gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a
fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Second down after that incompletion.
3:25.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Touchdown, Rock-Chalk Jayhawk! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzz.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. They're intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. That's caught. It's Lacey. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Lacey. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacey. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today,
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
and a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Throw it toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
He's going to pass. He wants a big play here late. And that pass picked off. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one.
And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two. they hear Sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the winners of 4 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arizona State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Makes the grab down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job on the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Line getting set on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He'll just keep slinging it. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Find some fresh air. Nothing but green ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And here comes the offense on second down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
A strike downfield. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Gamecocks have moved it inside the 20. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Now the toss. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Power football with the run. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
On second down, looking again to throw. He's got an open man. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bush. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
And the ball is intercepted. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more on the... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Bush. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
On second down, just keeps firing. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He got it. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
South Carolina.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trying to set the tone with the run. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's complete. Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Trying the left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Unloads quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. Strong, firm tackle.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Arizona State, 17.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in, it's Woodhead. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
He's out of bounds at the 29.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
27, Arizona State.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. It's a draw. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays. Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Using his legs, it's Harris. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to power their way ahead. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He'll try the left side. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Unloads it left. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak. The fake, and he wants to throw. Good, solid tackle.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Wants to throw on third down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. The pitch. And the defense able to corral him out of bounds and stop him at the 2.
And I know with the new clock rules, the clock will continue to run regardless, but dude, how about you lower your shoulder, try to fall forward. Now you're set up 4th and short, and listen, this is interesting, right? Analytics are going to tell you something, but you get this first down, there's a great chance you can salt the rest of the clock away.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, Dave